I sit in meetings and I hear countless beeps, messages, pings, time to stand up, and people turn to their smartwatch, curious to see what is demanding their immediate attention. And then they give in with a few swipes here and there, and then they attempt to bring their attention back to focus. But the moment is gone and the flow is gone. And for that reason, I popped my Apple Watch into my wardrobe, into my watch bag, replaced it with my cheap and cheerful Casio, and I absolutely loved it. I have become somewhat against wearing my Apple smartwatch, but yet I still wear one. So in this video, I wanted to tell you why I still wear it, why it's possible not to wear a smartwatch, and just be different, because you can. Hi, if you're new here, I am Jill, and this channel is all about trying to do life right with more of a focus on work life. So if you like the vibes, you like the content, it's relevant to you, why not subscribe and hit that like button? There is one thing that my Apple Watch gives me during my workday, and that is to tell me I have a meeting to go to. So wind it up, close it down, time to move on. During the time I intentionally didn't wear my Apple Watch, when it was stuck in the wardrobe and I was intentionally wearing this for a few months, I struggled with this. I really missed that reminder that I had another meeting to go to. I have a lot of meetings in my role and I have accepted that. I have significantly reduced the number of actions during my day that require substantial effort and focus from me, because I'm just not going to get to them because of the number of meetings I have. And it leaves me with enough time to have those meetings and focus on those meetings. When I do spend my time in meetings, they are about trying to improve the way of working, trying to get alignment, trying to get one outcome that we're all going in the right direction. I'm sure a lot of us in this kind of setting, knowledge workers, they're the type of meetings that you go to. You go to meetings to make decisions, and you can't have distractions or it will disrupt the flow. Another way I minimize distraction is I leave my laptop behind. I leave it in my office. I leave it on my desk. I see a high number of people bringing their laptops to meetings, and that says to me they're there to be available for something else that's not the focus of that meeting, or actually I'm going to multitask and I'm going to work in this while I'm in this meeting. You're not going to do either of those two things well. So I have intentionally set out my own kind of personal objective to be present and not get distracted by notifications. My phone is with me, but actually I'm getting really good at not lifting it whenever I've got notifications. I've even managed Teams in such a way. I have an automatic message that comes up underneath my profile in Microsoft Teams that says, I'm trying to do Teams better. If it is urgent, actually call me on my phone number on my phone and I will lift it. If it's just a team message or you're just calling me through Teams, if I am in another meeting that requires my focus, and I will give that meeting or that person my focus, I am not lifting my phone to answer a Teams message or a Teams call. And you know what? A number of people have commented on this saying, I really like that. So yeah, it provides value for me, but actually it's beginning to provide value for others. So they are starting to think like that and protect their time a little bit more as well. I want my focus to be on me or on mine. And the last thing I want to do is lose that focus. I believe it's important that you're seen as not getting distracted and you stay on point. And it's something I actually look for in my peers. It's a credibility thing. What do you think is actually important? Are they present or not? And you know what? Most of the time they're not. This always availableness has spilled over into our meaningful meetings, and it's impacting our flow of conversation, and it could stop us from achieving the objective or stop us from reaching the point of inspiration after some brainstorming. It disrupts. When I meet with a team of mine, the service delivery team, we riff off each other. The conversation is magical. I don't have any other meetings like it. It's like a listen to learn type meeting. There's no structured agenda in this meeting. The objective is to have a space where we can discuss our challenges and our successes from the last month, so that two of my direct reports can actually talk to each other, because they are responsible for service delivery in two different parts of the business, and to make sure that they're not going against each other, because they have the same challenges and likely the same successes. So it's important that whenever we have these conversations, that we are able to brainstorm with each other, that we are able to bounce ideas with each other. Any distractions, any disruptions to that will disrupt that flow and could even potentially disrupt or even stop us from getting to that point of inspiration that could lead to an actionable outcome from that meeting. To ensure my Apple Watch aligns with all of these requirements to minimize distractions, to keep me on point, to keep me in flow, not to disrupt me with any irrelevant distractions, I have turned off all notifications except for a calendar reminder. That will give me a silent nudge on my wrist 10 minutes before my next meeting or my next time of focus. Moving on to that it's actually possible not to wear a smartwatch. So for the last few months, I have been wearing the Ultrahuman Ring Air along with my Casio watch or my other non-Apple smartwatch, Swatch watch. I don't track anything on my Apple Watch. And I mean by that, I don't go and start and finish anything. I don't look up anything, really. I used to, but it just got to the point where it just annoyed me. And I was like, why am I even doing this? I'm not training for anything, so I don't need to check on progress. I don't track my sleep. I read a book called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, and I'll definitely go read it again. It was such a good book. And it talks about when you go to sleep at night, just tell yourself, I'm going to wake up feeling refreshed the next morning. And it's a mental thing. And in most cases, according to the book, you do. I've tried it. If I remember, it's like, yeah, I'm going to wake up. If I wake up really well, if I'm getting up for a 10 to 7 flight the next day, I have to wake up at 5. I'm going to wake up feeling really refreshed. Fingers crossed that actually happens. But I'm not tracking my sleep. And the last thing I want to do in the morning is, or really any point the next day, is to go in, how well did I sleep last night? Because if it tells me that I didn't sleep very well, even though I woke up feeling pretty good and that I've got sleep debt now, what's that going to do to my mood? It's not going to do anything good. I don't track when I exercise, and my exercise usually involves a walk outdoors or a cycle when I feel really motivated or I have time to do it. And I just don't want to have to pull my sleeves back, click on workouts, click start. Okay, I just want to get out and walk. I just want to get out and cycle. I don't want a reminder or a nudge on my wrist 15 minutes into my walk when I'm really enjoying myself. That just disrupts my flow of thoughts. This brings me on to the one thing that I have valued the most from wearing this ring. It records your activity and it does not do it in a disruptive way. It knows I have been out for a walk, for example, and it just simply verifies this the next time I'm in the app. The second thing I get a lot of value from is the notification I get in the evening, and it gives me my ideal range of time to go to sleep, which is great because then it gives me a specific window to aim for. There's so much more this ring can do, which will take me into my last point. Just be different, because you can. You can be different and not wear an Apple Watch. This ring enables that. So about a week or two ago on Instagram, I did a poll. Who wears an Apple Watch and who doesn't? And the majority of people wear an Apple Watch. If you want to track your workouts, you can. Your movement index will indicate whether you're on track. You can see the number of steps, number of active minutes, active hours, calories, and workout frequency. If you want to track your sleep, you can. And it goes into a lot more detail. First of all, it gives you a good feeling when you see that you had an epic night's sleep with an index of 100. I don't see that very often, so this is definitely a one-off. And it's calling it meteoric rise. So that will definitely make you feel good. It gives you a breakdown of all of the contributors, a simple view of the sleep stages and the end-to-end sleep cycles. If you want to track your stress rhythm, you can. With a stress timeline and an end-to-end view by time throughout your day, a little stress is good, but in this view, you'll see how much of your day you have spent feeling stressed, feeling stimulated and relaxed. And you can check your dynamic recovery, giving you a score of your overall state of well-being depending on markers like resting heart rate, temperature and sleep quality, movement and recovery. I hope you've got value from this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.